penguins, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. This is a video all about the making of the motel for my save file in Sims 3 Cosy Brook, which you may have seen the previous videos. I've showed you around a bit. I've still got a video on the community lots to come, so yeah, I really can't wait to show you that. But in this one specifically, we're going to be making kind of a rundown retro motel. I haven't ever been to a motel before, but they're in tons of films, and I'm just sort of recreating something that resembles that. It's very like old style, and I'm not gonna like make it modern in any way really. So first of all, I've picked this lot and I'm just gonna have to change that to make it into a resort first. So what we'll do is we'll change the lot type, and now we'll select resort from here, and that will change the whole lot into a workable resort, which you could make any type of resort, but this is what I'm going for. So we've automatically got the desk, the check-in desk, and a bin. It just gets placed immediately once you make a resort world. So now I'm just going to sort of make the initial kind of frame for this lot, and it's got a little car park as well, which I do edit in the end, and I'll show you what I do with that. So what we'll do is we'll place the typical lot like things that these houses that you need, the beach hut type things that you need for a functioning resort. There are like some really nice Mediterranean versions of these, but for this one specifically we're going to go with this. You can actually change the colour of them, but I'm going to stick with this one for you. So what we'll do now is we'll make a pool, because I don't know if it's like normal in all motels, but in the films I've seen there's usually a pool of some sort, not necessarily like the nicest looking pool, but yeah, we're gonna go with that. And then I'm just gonna use this paint colour on the slide, because that kind of makes things look a little bit more grimy, and you can do that to any extent. Like I've made it usable looking, but not like nice and posh. It's definitely got the sort of grimy edge to it, which I like that. I think a lot of the things in this town look like they were made quite a few years ago, and you know, they kind of look like they could do with a bit of a refurb. So once you download this save file, you might want to like make the town more modern, or you might want to keep it as it is. But yeah, I really like this style. I am such a fan of retro stuff, so yeah, absolutely love everything that I'm creating in this world. So you might see some little plus signs. Basically when you make a resort in Sims 3, the items that you place actually make it a better resort. But because this resort's like not even going to have any buffet tables, it's going to be like a level 0 or level 1 maybe resort. So your sim can actually buy this lot, so if you want to run the motel you can do. I'm not sure if it would be your number one option, but it's yeah, it could be maybe a project for you where you find this motel and you want to make it a 5-star somehow. I mean, good luck to you. I don't know how you're going to do that, but yeah, it could be interesting to see. So now I'm just going to make the kind of like the check-in area, basically, where your sims first enter before like they go to their rooms and stuff to actually check in for the night. And I'll put the desk in there eventually. I don't move it for some reason for ages, so ignore that, but I will be putting it in. And you will see I'm literally going to decorate everything as well, and I'm going to do something really fun when I decorate this. So what I'm going to do is, I think there's going to be 9 rooms. I'm going to actually decorate each room with a different pack, and I'm going to spin my little randomizer wheel, and yeah, I'm just gonna go with whatever it gives me. I know that there'll be some items that you can't get because some packs don't come with like toilets and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure you should have a toilet in each room. So what I'm going to do is, if that item isn't in that pack, I'll just use base game only to like add the items that are really necessary. So for this, I'm just using the constrained floor elevation sheet, just to make it like a little roof type thing, because I feel like most motels have like a flat roof, and I don't like usually for it to just go like building roof. Like I usually like it to have like a little bump. So that's what we've done there. And yeah, I'm messing with the colours now, because the colours I had before didn't feel kind of retro enough. It looked too white, it was too modern looking, it was too new looking. So I'm going with this more off-white creamy colour for the exterior, and I'm also changing up the fencing, because you know what, it's okay to not like what you first do, but the main thing is you're happy with the outcome, and that's where I get to in the end. So I don't redo like loads of things, just the odd thing in here. So yeah, I'm just doing some bits for like decoration now, which, I mean, you gotta love the colour tool. Like anything you want to make, you can make. So I just think that's something I always make full use of. So we're nearing the end of the exterior. I don't know, I think that sign, it's like a retro diner sign. It's not really for a motel, but I think it kind of looks like a motel sign, so I've used that anyway. The actual layouts for the rooms that I'm doing here, we're going to have a little closet and a bathroom and the bedroom for each room. Some rooms are slightly bigger, and some rooms are like your absolute bog standard small tiny size. I do like that actually, because I think as long as you can fit the bed in, which I made sure that you could fit the beds in all of these rooms, that's the main thing for me. So I'm just gonna mark out each room now with like the different carpets and stuff. I'm going to recolour a lot of it after I've kind of placed the items, but for some of it, honestly, even though that was my plan from the start, I can't help myself. Like I'm like, oh god, I can't use that red carpet, and I have to recolour as I go with some things. But like the wallpapers and all that, I actually go back in afterwards and add all of that. So now I'm just adding all that fun stuff, like the closet doors, which I think these ones were from Island Paradise. I know I said I'm going to decorate everything with different packs, but I think for the build mode stuff, it is what it is, and I just wanted like a little bit of uniformity to it, so that, you know, the rooms don't look totally like different and higgledy-piggledy. Like this actually looks more normal, I think, for every room, because in a motel you wouldn't necessarily expect every room to be different. In fact, I bet in a motel that every room is identical, but obviously with this whole pack challenge that I'm going to be doing, all the beds are going to be different, all the side tables are going to be different, the lighting, it's all going to be different. So at least with the doors and stuff, I feel like I've got something normal there to start with. So let's spin a wheel, see what we get at first. And it's seasons, which I know that you get beds with seasons. Oh my god, we don't even have a toilet to start with. Like I say, I will put the base game toilets in, and I'll just like copy and paste those wherever we need them, because I feel like just because the pack didn't come with it, I'm not going to have rooms, I'm not going to upload this world with rooms without toilets, because I don't know. I feel like it should be a complete room. So with some of these things, I already had like recolours of some things from God knows where, and because I like the retro style, like I say, embarrassingly, I had a lot of like pre-made options that I thought, oh yeah, that looks a bit retro, because I just recolour them all like that apparently, no matter what I'm doing. So Here I mean this is quite a nice room, I'd say, because you've got like a little chair. I'm gonna try and change all the lighting to flame as well, because that's one of my top tips for you if you want to make more of a warm, cozy feeling room, because every light that you place naturally is set to white, which is, you know, more of a cool tone colour lighting. So I think as soon as you change it to flame, not orange, not yellow, flame, it makes it like well, I suppose it's like candle lighting sort of thing, which is cozier. I just really like the glow that it gives. With every single dresser, I'm going to be just like wiggling it around till I find the sweet spot, because it just does not like to go there. And honestly, I don't like to use the move objects sheet, because like a lot of people wonder, like, well, you can fit more things everywhere, but I just find that Sims will always have an issue getting to something, like, you know, that maybe you can do it so that they don't, but personally I don't feel like I'm skilled enough to make it so that I use the move object sheet, put something in, and still know 100% that Sims are going to get in there, because I will use the move object sheet just a couple of times in this build, but I have tested it afterwards just to make sure that it's fine, because otherwise, especially I can't use move objects with doors and windows. Like, I know some people like have move objects on the whole time that they're building, and then just like click and re-click the windows and doors to make sure that they're like not half built in the wall, which can happen, but I would just honestly find that would drive me nuts. So I don't really tend to have it. This room, the ambitions room, the closet thing is probably my favourite, because honestly, if I wasn't doing this pack challenge, I'd probably have the clothing rail in every single room, but I can only use it in ambitions because this is what came with ambitions. And then this is the only room that I do the 2 single beds pushed together, because the main double bed that comes with ambitions, to me, looks a little bit posh. Like, this is not a posh establishment. It's just not where you'd find like a princess royalty bed. So I'm just gonna, you know, push them 2 together, which could be a thing, right? Like, so I think that makes sense. I'm not often blessed with the curtain situation in these rooms, so you will have to like just accept that they aren't like always looking perfect. But I do think sometimes a bit of like doing what you don't really want to do makes you compromise for the better sometimes. Like, I feel like the curtains looking a bit crazy isn't totally wrong for this build, because I don't imagine they would go out their way to get like lovely, gorgeous, like custom curtains for a motel. Like, again, I could be wrong. You could be like, oh my god, I've stayed at hotels and motels that are like 5-star, but that's what it is. So for this room, oh my god, okay, right, it's pets, that's okay. I'm not gonna lie, like, Into the Future is always a scary pack to build with, unless you're doing a futuristic build, which this is not, so we'll see how it goes. But pets does come with quite a lot of stuff. I think this is the only room I end up putting a bathroom in, because a bathtub in, because the rest I believe have shower like bathtub combos, so we'll see anyway. But yeah, for this one I'm sort of doing a regular double bed situation, and I often use so I know I said I don't really use move objects, but I do use just holding down Alt to move tables and beds and stuff, because I just find that when you naturally place a bed and a side table, it doesn't like go together. Like, there's huge gaps in between, and that just bugs me, because I just feel like you wouldn't have that. So yeah, I usually just use the Alt key, hold that down and kind of move the object around until I'm sort of more happy with the placement, because Alt lets you move many objects just like more freely. So if you wanted to like twist a chair slightly or twist a rug slightly, alt's your friend for that. Like, that is the main way to do it. And when I came to like cluttering the rooms, I think this pony is pretty much the only clutter like that I used, because I thought to myself afterwards, I thought like maybe in a motel and stuff you wouldn't really have much like objects on the side, because what if people stay, bearing in mind they didn't pay much to stay there, and steal the stuff? I don't know. So yeah, now we're using Showtime, just Showtime. This is quite a tricky pack to do on a retro style, I think, because Showtime is obviously a little bit more modern. It didn't come with any bathroom stuff apart from one mirror that didn't even fit behind the sink, so we have to work with what we've got to work with. I did like this motel thing because I thought it's like, looks that poster just kind of looks really corny. Like, I don't know, I thought it'd just be like funny, you get in your room, you're like, oh my god, these people are just staring at me. I don't know, I thought that was just like something funny. So yeah, if they freak you out, feel free to take them out of the room. Yeah, if you're staying in the Showtime room, you are gonna be joined by these guys basically. Then it just dawned on me that the room's really dark, and I was like, why is it so dark? And I was like, oh yeah, it's because I haven't put a window in here, so I actually have to move the bed to the other side, which isn't my ideal layout, I'll be honest. Like, I liked the layout I had before, but I didn't want a window right above the bed. Like, that doesn't, I don't like it. So I basically moved the poster and the bed, to different parts of the room, and then put in the window that it was missing, because every single build, every single room that I make in this build has got a window, because I think they would all have a window. Most of them have them in the front, but there's like a couple of rooms I put it in the back, just because of the way the build is laid out. That's just where they fit. So I'm just doing a little table and chairs. I'm making them look like really plasticky chairs, like really cheap, because there honestly wasn't much to decorate with Showtime that seemed appropriate. So I kind of just have to, go with the flow of what I think looks right. And now for this room, we're going to use University Life. So what came to mind when I first saw University Life is hen pies and stuff. Like, I don't know why. I could be like crazy on that one, but I thought I'd make a room where maybe 3 or 4 people could stay, because they've just had like a hen party or something. Now, I did put in the Murphy bed, and we all know with the Murphy bed there's like a chance of death, so it's not the best in that sense, but I guess take a chance, or you could always swap it out for something. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Like, anything you want to do with this world, apart from say you made it in the first place. Literally, if you want to go in Cosy Brook and just like delete all the Sims, like make over them all, do your own sort of renovations on the builds, I really like. In fact, not only do I not mind, I would encourage, because I like seeing what other people create, and I like to think that maybe something of what I've made here may give other people inspiration. So yeah, and anything like that, like, obviously I don't know if you follow me already on like Twitter or Blue Sky or anything like that, but I often like to post like images of what I create, and honestly, if you want to show me your builds on there as well, that'd be awesome. I really am excited for that. I think that's one of the most exciting things about like thinking about releasing this save file, is seeing what people do in it, like seeing where their stories take them. And yeah, I think it'll be really cool. So now we're gonna do World Adventures. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I had to do this. But Oh dear. Well, with World Adventures, it wasn't easy. First of all, we got this toilet. I mean, it's kind of like a B-day, isn't it? I don't know if it's meant to be a B-day. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I envisaged. Like, I don't think necessarily a B-day goes with a motel, but I'm trying to do the challenge, so, you know, I am trying. At least with the bed, there's like, I think it's like an Egyptian pattern on the headboard, but there is an option for it without that pattern on it, and that makes it look like a, you know, a normal bed that wasn't from like a different country or something, so which is, I think, more fitting. I'd say in the end this one probably looks like the honeymoon suite or something, just because I think like the World Adventure stuff just kind of makes it more like just a bit more luxury or something like that. It just feels like it's yeah, just a bit more glam than the other rooms because of that, I think. So again, I can't help changing the floor colours and stuff, but when I go through like at the end, I will show you all the recolours I did to like beds, seats, whatever. Like it will still look relatively the same as this because I'm only recolouring some stuff, but yeah, that's why I like to, you know, I'll show you at the end. So now moving on to this room, and what are we gonna get? Late night, okay. It's always so close into the future. It's like I'm going to be nearly into the future. Oh dear. So late night, well, for starters, like, I had to use these swatches that look like dirty sinks and dirty toilets. Oh god. Right, so this yeah, it didn't come with a shower or anything. It came with hot tubs, but I couldn't fit a hot tub in their room, so yeah, we're going with that. And the dresser, definitely not my favourite. In fact, I don't really think I've like ever really used that dresser, I'll be honest, but for the sake of the challenge we will go with that. And then I make like a little seating area because again there weren't many like decor things, so I just improvised. Like, this room is a bit different because of that, but I really like some of the artwork that come with this pack, so it made it, you know, look a lot better. And at the end as well, I'm gonna put the TV in a better spot as well, because I just don't think that's in the best spot. But yeah, to be honest, like, I feel like I might go back in and add the base game, like old TVs in most of the rooms, because I think that's like a normal thing for motels to have a TV, I think, and it's not going to be a modern TV, so I might do that before this releases. I am planning on, before like I do the release, to do an updates video, because since I showed you the houses and stuff like that, I have done more renovating. I have actually gone in and gone, not that happy with this, and changed bits up, so I will show you what I've done. It'll be hopefully a fairly quick video, but just if you know, you're interested in the progress, you'll be able to see it. It's Supernatural. Oh god, you know what? I think I'd rather do Into the Future than Supernatural, to be honest. And don't get me wrong, love Supernatural, love everything about it that comes with it, but for a motel, it kind of seems a bit too gothic, so I really had to play with the colours to make it just blend in a lot more. The room just has a more witchy vibe. I feel like with the Supernatural pack, they did it so well that you can't really make it feel like anything but like a sort of, you know, supernatural, spooky, witchy, fairy, you know, there's got to be a vibe, a theme there that's to do with being, you know, having powers or something. So yeah, I really tried to make it look motelish. Some of the things like the lamps and stuff were fine, but yeah, just some of the things I was just like, oh god, it does look like a witch or a vampire sleeps in here, which you know what, maybe they do. Maybe that's the room that if you're a supernatural sim you gravitate to, because that's more your vibe. So, you know, it could be worse. Also, I do occasionally go back to the light that I put in the late night room, because like I said before, I keep changing the lights to flame, but the light in that room has like I think it's like a magenta glow on it, because it's like meant to be sort of nightlifey. So because when you change all the lights to one colour, it overrides that one as well. So I did change it in the end back to the magenta colour. Oh god, do you know what, some of these chests of drawers are just impossible, aren't they? Like, you just have to wiggle them forever. And with this one I actually had to use move objects, so it was just not having it. And like, no matter what, like with some of them I spent like 10 minutes trying to get that in without using that move objects cheat, but with this one it was like nope. So I had to go in there and do that in the end. So yeah, this room probably has the most seating in it as well, because like some of them I again just couldn't find enough like decor items to fill the room. And I know the perfume bottles wouldn't be there, but I kind of thought of it as like a, what if someone went to the motel and left them? Like, that's not like something that comes with the room. So for the last room we're gonna do Generations, which means Island Paradise, Into the Future, bye bye, we're not doing you because they don't have enough rooms. So yeah, we're doing Generations. And I thought, do you know what, I have to make this more of a family room, because even though it's probably the smallest room, annoyingly, I thought I should just put a baby crib in there, which I do at the end, because I actually found out, and I did not realise this before, but Generations didn't come with a baby crib. Like, it literally didn't. It's just, you have to use the base game stuff, which obviously you have base game whether you have Generations or whatever pack. Base game came first, so it's not like you'd ever have a build, you know, a no option for a baby. But Generations obviously was kind of about family play, so I was like, I thought a crib came with this pack, and it didn't. So yeah, I have to go back in afterwards to actually add the crib, but I do add like a little kid's toy just to be like, definitely for a kid. Not that you'd use a crib for anything else. But yeah, you just know it. So this is back in the build with all of the recolours, with all of the wallpapers added. Again, very retro. We've got like almost tweed looking wallpaper, which I think it's called grass cloth, which is like the thing of the time. I think it's actually probably coming back in fashion, you never know. So this is the late night room, the World Adventures room, looking all exotic, she is. Then we've got the Seasons room, I'm trying to remember what we did here. Seasons room, the Ambitions room, and the Pets room, which has got a very funky wallpaper. The Showtime room, yeah, that's the Showtime room, and the University Life room, again, that's the Murphy bed. It's actually, when you go into live mode, it folds itself up again, because that's how it comes naturally. Your Sims have to pull down the bed, which is obviously, like I say, risk of death, so have fun with it. You know, no build would be complete without a little bit of risk to it. So yeah, at least you can roll the dice and see what happens to your sim after. And I just added a little bit of colour to that part of the build, because I didn't like it with no window. I get funny about stuff like that, so yeah, some people could very well easily put up with that, but not me. So now we're doing the actual check-in room. Now we're going full on retro. I did say about this build, like this was definitely made in like the early 70s or something. It's yeah, see, it's got the green carpet that's like, you know, when people have like fake grass lawns, it could almost be that. But that's, the green carpet was like a thing, like I think did I have it growing up? I don't remember. I think my parents had like a blue one, but it was definitely, coloured carpets were like everywhere. I mean, I don't know if there was so much like a big thing in America, but there definitely were in England. So yeah, that's what I've gone with. Like I know I said on my last video that Cosy Brook's quite inspired by like small American towns, so hopefully I'm trying to stick true to that feel for it, even though I haven't actually got any experience of it personally. Like I say, just from films and stuff like that, I've tried to get inspiration. I mean, if you live in a small American town or you remember it looking like this, like please let me know, because I'd love to know if I'm like getting the aesthetic right or I'm like way off, and I could be way off, so I'll accept that, you know. It is what it is. So we're just putting in I sort of made like a waiting area. Now at first I was a bit like, oh god, this is going to look a bit like dentisty or doctors, but I'm just going with it because I feel like you would have like a little seating area or something. Again, they're not the prettiest chairs, and I'm going to put like a basic sofa in as well, so you know, it's got that vibe. I might change that picture up, the one that's like red and white and blue and black, because it is a little bit modern. And you know, there's not that many options if you don't use CC, which this this whole world is CC free. So I'm literally just trying to use what you know, what comes with the packs, what comes with the world, and little bits of store content here and there, but I am listing what I use. I don't believe I used any store content for this build, and I am sort of on the edge of, do I just upload this build without the save file, like, you know, so you can just download this in your game anyway. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if you think I should. I'm planning to release Cosy Brook next month, fingers crossed. So we'll see. I just want to like add the little sign now for the actual motel. So I couldn't really quite decide what one I wanted to go with, but I've gone with that in the end, just to give it a bit of a vibe of, you know, something. I did remove the star because I was like, that's too much. That's just a bit too much. But yeah, I'm just placing a few of the last things now, and then for the outside I thought I'll put an arcade machine in there. I don't know how realistic that is, but like my first thought was, oh no, but like what if it rains, so I'll put a little cover over it. So here I'm actually going to use the buy debug cheat, because there's like ready parked cars. I don't know if you know, but there's ready parked cars in there, and it just makes the world look more lived in. So I'm just going to do my first little play test just to show you how the resort runs, kind of thing now, because we've gone to all that trouble to make it. So I'm just going to borrow Justin over here. He's going to come over and check in, so that you can see the process, see what happens once he gets there and everything, and just yeah, we'll just have a little look at his thoughts on the new motel. Sorry, I had to zoom out there. The Into the Future portal spawned and everything went crazy, as it does, and now the university mascot just came in, everything went crazy. Okay, we're done with the interruptions. So he's checked in, now we can send him over here to freshen up, and there's also like the stay in the room option as well. You've got to love the Lilo animation, how they, if they put it in their pocket, they just like sort of like it just disappears and they just fall into the water. Like, we've got the tragic clown just chilling in the hot tub, as you do. I mean, this guy's going to be in a lot of places. I don't know if he's a sign of something bad to come, but like, yeah, bless him. He loves Cosy Brook, he really does. So we've got, who have we got here? So we've got Molly, Coddle checking in as well. To be fair, it seems like quite a popular lot so far. I'm quite impressed. So we'll get Justin over there to just, you know, get a soda or something from the machine. I've never tried these like slam machine and shake machine before, so I'm I'm guessing you can get a free drink, which I'm all about, like, you know, that's all good. So here you can see the sofa's not a problem, you can just use it, you know, you can still use the machine, we'll give it a good old slam, and then, you know, then we'll get our drink. Is he okay? Oh my god. Oh, is she gonna like save his life? Why is she standing there? She like, no, you cannot take him. He is a checked-in guest. We're very good with our guests. What is going on? Oh no, I don't think she's saving him. He's dead. I won't be saving this because I feel like Justin should be alive in the safe. I don't. She's never had that happen before. What the hell? What is the Grim Reaper doing now? Is he getting a drink? I have no words. Sometimes you just have no words. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the Motel of Death, apparently. No, I hope you like the Motel and you know, the challenge to use all the packs. And yeah, I will be coming back with another community lock build next time. So yeah, please let me know what you think anyway, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Life's a big canvas, she stitches the